What is going on, guys? Josh coming at you with another video and a voiceover. This is about a month ago, and about a month ago, I posted a Q&A on my Instagram. Finally getting around to it. I found this footage on my phone and was like, perfect. Yeah, I'm just getting right to it. I have about 8 minutes. I'm going to try to just answer as many questions as possible. If I don't have enough time, I will do another one. But thank you guys for asking some questions. All right, number one. Here we go. How much has your 1 rep max strength decreased on the cut? Talking about a month ago. And do you auto-regulate your compound lifts or use percentage-based programming? Do you lift in the 1 rep range at all at this point? Great question. So my 1 rep max did go down a bunch. I was in a deficit for a long period of time, but also my weight did go down a bunch too. So when I was lifting, my heaviest, I was around 217. In this video footage, I was about 181, maybe 170-ish. I put it in perspective. I was squatting around, 365, 405-ish, and by the end of this cut, I was doing close to 315, 320-ish, so it did go down a bunch. I've gone back and forth between percentages and auto-regulation. At the point, I didn't know what I was doing, so I wasn't really on a program, so kind of was auto-regulating, but I am currently on a new program, and also right now my phasing, I'm in about the 7 to 12 rep range, so not right now doing 1 to 5. Next question, let's see. I'm just going through my Instagram. Let's see. What suggestions do you have to combat lactic acid buildup when you increase your workload? Great question. So a lot of people get in the habit of, I need to build up a bunch of lactic acid in a muscle group to grow. It's not necessarily true. You just need to progressively overload whatever you're doing. So for example, to keep it simple, if you're doing 3 sets of 10 of bicep curls at 10 pounds, you can either increase intensity by adding more weight, so going to 15, or you can add more volume on there too, so you can do 4 sets of 10, or even go 3 sets of 12 up to 20 and then increase from there. Back to the actual question with lactic acid buildup. So for a lot of my clients, I do like doing some interval stuff. So for instance, actually doing jump squats or doing sprint work, or able to actually combat some of that pain threshold that you guys are getting. But in order to grow, sometimes you got to be a little bit uncomfortable. And that's what that pump is feeling. So sometimes if you're getting too much lactic acid, it could be because your volume is too high, or your frequency is too high, or you're giving it a new stimulus. So a lot of times, some people get in the habit of changing up every single session. And that's where you'll get a huge lactic acid buildup. So for example, if you ever, tried a new leg machine for a while and you get super, super sore from that. So again, as I always say, start kind of light and then work your way up, and just work on progressive overload. Next question, is it necessary to immediately eat protein after a hard work for maximum results? I hate the word maximum results because not everyone is trying to get maximum results. My main thing is, longevity and being able to sustain something. Yes, there is a period of time when you're trying to grind, or if you're in contest prep, but for most of people, I like to tell people, and most of my clients, I'll say, have 25% of your total intake around your workout. Just as a blanket statement, I do like having that. I do like having protein before and after. Gonna give you a generic number, around 20 grams of protein before or after. Again, if you're working out early in the morning, I wouldn't mind having a bigger protein meal after if you can't eat. Again, it depends on the person. But I do like having protein and a little bit of carbs, either pre or post, or a combination of both. just to, again, yeah, kind of maximize your results. But the hierarchy is always the total intake over the time being. But again, if you're trying to maximize, I like to have the numbers I gave before. Again, most of the calories coming before and after. It's going to help with recovery and build as much muscle as possible. All right, next question. How do I say no to bagels in the teacher's lounge? Nothing wrong with bagels, but if it triggers you to eat a bunch, maybe try to bring food. Try to bring other food. But also before that, ask yourself: are you wanting to really just eat it, or if you're hungry? If you're hungry, eat something else. If you really wanted to eat it, I don't see the problem with eating a bagel if it fits your goals. If your carbs are lower, bagels do tend to have, a lot of carbs in them. So maybe doing a half serving of it, or YOLO, just have it and then have less carbs the rest of the day. Again, it depends on your goals or how serious you are at hitting your macro numbers. All right, next one. What is your favorite exercise and why? It kind of changes whatever phase I'm at. Usually I love deadlifting, but for a while time I wasn't liking it. I was liking the bench press. Currently right now I like all pull movements, so I love doing the row as it's one of my weaknesses right now, so I'm really motivated to increase strength on that. So right now any sort of row, whether it be machine, dumbbell, or barbell. Next question. Let's see. What are your favorite mobility stretches? Can you post a video of doing them? Maybe later I will, but my favorite mobility stretches are the exercises that I'm trying to do. So if my hips are, let's just do an example because I'm running out of time. If my hips feel like they're not very mobile, I do like goblet squats, and I do advocate dynamic more movements as far as mobility and with some resistance on it. So for example, the squat, I do like goblet squats. When I feel really tight, I tend to do them a few more times prior to the actual lift. But again, I'm a big proponent of warming up a little bit, doing arm swings, doing leg swings, doing some body weight stuff, push-ups, planks, and squats, normal movements. And then if something is real tight, then find an exercise that will help me out in that movement. So for example, if I'm feeling really tight at the hips, then I do like the goblet squats for an example. I do like for my shoulders, I do like doing, if I'm feeling tight in there, if I'm working up for an overhead press, I do like face pulls. Again, I do like dynamic movements, and I do like all right, I guess I'm running out of time, and thank you guys for clicking on the vid, and I will see you guys next one. And if you guys have any questions, please post below and I'll have another one for you. Bye.